And welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I am going to share some evening homemaking motivation. I've not shared one of these in a little while, and so I thought today we could do some cooking and cleaning, and I'll share a little bit of our night routine. Flies are in my house again, y'all. It's gotten really bad. I've killed so many flies today. It's not even funny, and I see 1, 2, 3 more. So yeah, I know for me the evenings are usually the hardest part of the day to get through, because by this time I'm running out of energy. I'm ready to go to bed but I still have so much left to do. I actually had to go ahead and make myself a coffee. It's a little before 5 now, and I usually try not to have a coffee past 2 or 3 in the afternoon because it keeps me up, but I had to do something today, y'all. I was just feeling so drained. Here I am having a cup of espresso, but I'll just pay the price later. Also, I wanted to show y'all this candle. I found this at Aldi the other day. It is called Vampire's Veil. I am a sucker for candles. I love candles. I love coffee mugs. Anytime I walk into a store, that's where I go, the candles and the coffee mugs. But I wanted to show y'all something else. So this I found on Walmart pickup actually. It comes with 16 pre-baked pumpkin cookies. You get the frosting and the sprinkles. So I thought the kids could do this later after dinner. If I give it to them before dinner, they're not gonna eat their dinner. So we're gonna do this a little bit later. And these I got on Walmart as well, but I had to order them and have them shipped. I actually got 3 boxes. 2 of them I'm gonna put up for our Halloween party. We're doing a Halloween party at my house this year. And so I'm gonna put one of these in the fridge now for the kids, and then the other 2 I'll put up. But it's Kool-Aid, Zomberry. I thought they would like that. Anyways, if you are needing some evening... Anyways, we are going to go ahead and get started on some dinner, and I've got a sink full of dishes. I'm the only one who gets totally overwhelmed with planning meals every week between homeschooling and filming and just life in general. The last thing I want to do is figure out what's for dinner, and so that is where Hungry Root comes in. And I just want to say a big thank you to Hungry Root for partnering with me on today's video and helping me get dinner on the table without all of the extra stress and hassle. So Hungry Root basically takes all of the stress out of mealtime. It fills your cart with personalized picks, get foods and recipes that fit your family, and it helps you to plan your week so much easier. Have over 15,000 recipes that can be ready in about 15 minutes or less. And I love that there's something for everyone. You can get smoothies, snacks, salad kits, ready to eat meals, and even sweets. For me, it's like having a personalized shopper and chef in one. So I just take their quiz, and then they fill my cart with easy dinners, things that my kids will actually eat, and options that fit my gut health goals. And I also love that it helps me stay on track with balanced meals instead of grabbing takeout when I'm tired. And not to mention the savings, I'm wasting way less food, avoiding all of those impulse grocery buys. And Hungry Root even has a best price program that guarantees great value on over 100 popular products. All of their food meets super high standards, no hormones or antibiotics, no weird additives, and tons of organic produce and non-GMO options. And they carry brands that I already love. So if you're wanting to simplify mealtime, you can take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, you can get 40% off your first box, plus a free item in every box for life. You can just head to hungryroot.com and use my code kellyskorner. That's 40% off your first box and a free item for life at hungryroot.com with code kellyskorner. Again, thank you to Hungry Root for partnering with me on today's video. I can get started on dinner, I first want to clean my kitchen up a little bit. The dishes were overflowing in my sink, and I cannot stand to cook in a dirty kitchen because otherwise I'm just adding a mess onto a mess, and then afterwards it's just a complete disaster. And I normally do have my kitchen mostly cleaned up before dinner. Like, that's something that I make sure I do. I will clean my kitchen 2 to 3 times a day. But on this particular day, I just had not got much cleaning done at all. So for now, I just want to get this mountain of dishes out of my sink. And then after dinner, when I'm closing my kitchen down for the night, is when I'll focus on getting the counters decluttered and wiped down. But as I have mentioned, the evenings that stretch between dinner and bedtime is probably the hardest part of the day for me to get through. I'm feeling so done with the day. I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed. I have no energy, and it feels like I'm using what little bit of steam I have left. Evenings is when we have the most going on. We've got dinner, we're cleaning the house up for the night, everybody's getting their baths and doing chores, and it gets a little chaotic this time of day. There's just so much going on, so much to do. The beverage of choice in this house is sweet tea. If I keep it in the fridge, I'm usually making a gallon, I would say every other day, but sometimes I'll cut back and I'll go a while without making it just so they will drink water. Lately, I've been making it, I would say, about once a week, and then once it's gone, I'll wait a few days before making it again. But while I'm cooking dinner is when I'll have the kids picking up their rooms, getting any toys out of the living room, and taking those back to their rooms. And then if they want to play outside, they can. They actually have been more now in the evenings now that we're having that cooler weather. The weather has honestly been perfect. But tonight for dinner, I'm going to be making steak and chicken, and then some sweet potatoes with a salad, all from our Hungry Root box, which you guys kind of already saw that. But these are New York strip, and the way that I like to cook my steak is I will let it sit out and come to room temperature. So about an hour before I want to cook them, I'll set them on the counter, let them come to room temp, and then I'll cook them on a medium-high heat for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. So we eat our steak medium well, where it's not too done. To me, if it's well done, it can be a little dry and tough, but medium well, I feel like, is the sweet spot between overdone and too rare. So I'll cook it to about 150 internal temp, where it's got just a slight little blush of pink in the center. It's still juicy, but it's not running red. So sometimes I will marinate them as well, like the day before. But tonight I just used salt and pepper for my seasonings. I didn't marinate or anything, and they turned out so delicious. So while I'm working on the kitchen, getting that cleaned up from dinner, I'm gonna let the kids decorate these cookies. I wanted to do that after dinner, but before baths, because I know they're gonna make a mess. And my teenager, he doesn't really care about this stuff anymore. He's 14. I mean, sometimes he will, but he's kind of outgrowing that for the most part, so he's not participating. But my 9-year-old and my 5-year-old, they were all over it. They love to do stuff like this. So while they're decorating cookies, I'm gonna go get the kitchen cleaned up. So in my closing shift routine, I call it the closing shift because it's closing my home down for the night and giving it a fresh start for tomorrow, kind of how it's done in a restaurant. Once the customers are gone, or in my case, my kids, are starting to settle in for the night. The dishes have to be done, tables clean, everything put away. But instead of a restaurant, it's my home. And this absolutely does not happen every night. There are nights where I go to bed and I leave it all until the next morning. Now, I don't like to do that. It's a very bad feeling to wake up to. When I get up in the mornings, I just want to come in here, make my coffee, and not have a sink full of dishes staring at me. And I've said this before, but my kids do also help. I just prefer to leave them off camera as much as possible when I'm filming the routine. But usually how it goes is my teenager will unload the dishwasher if needed and then reload. In the meantime, I'll be walking around gathering all of the dishes and putting the leftovers away in the fridge, decluttering the counters. And he also will get the trash every night and he'll take that down to the can. We've got a little wagon in the yard that he'll use to wheel it down to the end of our driveway, where our can sits. And then my younger two, I have them picking up toys, shoes, anything in their bedrooms that need to be picked up off the floor, picking up the bathroom, any dirty laundry. So it really is a team effort, and doing it that way, we're usually done pretty quick with this routine. And sometimes I'll even turn on some music, and that makes it a little fun in a way. This little pumpkin light, so I like to turn it on in the evenings once I've got the kitchen cleaned up for the last time, and then in the mornings when I come in here to make my coffee. It kind of gives like cozy coffee shop vibes, but I got that from Hobby Lobby this year, and I don't have to plug it in or anything. It's battery operated, so I like that I don't have any extra cords. It's just got a little power switch on the back. But real quick, I'm gonna restock the kids' snack basket. So in my pantry, I just keep this one basket of snacks. I don't have a big pantry or anything. It's just like one bookshelf, and so I just keep one basket, and I like to fill it with different snacks every week. So this week I'm gonna do these Halloween themed veggie puffs and chips. I think the puffs aren't really Halloween themed. They have bats on the bags, but the puffs themselves are just normal puffs. But the chips, they're in the shape of ghosts and bats, so that's really cute. But I got both of these on Walmart. We're gonna move back into the dining room. The kids were finished with their cookies. They turned out really cute. I'm gonna go ahead and get these curtains closed and get this kitchen table cleaned up. They had cookies, sprinkles everywhere, frosting, and they had also had some popcorn earlier today. I still needed to get that cleaned up. We're gonna go get their bath started. So it usually starts with Ray. She's usually ready for her bath pretty early. And then once she's done, Kane will get in. And my oldest, he likes to get a shower, and he's usually one of the last to get his shower. And then once everybody is done, everybody's settled, they've got their pajamas on, everything's cleaned up, that's when I will go get my shower and do my bedtime routine. So while they're getting their baths, I'm going to come into their rooms and change their sheets. I still needed to do that this week and I had not got around to it. So the way I've been doing our sheets is have a designated day for each person so that I'm not changing everybody's sheets in the same day because it's a lot of work. But I was running behind on getting that done this week, so I'm gonna go ahead and change Kane and Ray's both. And Ray was kind of over her Halloween comforter. She asked me to put her floral comforter back on her bed, so that's what I did. I wanted to get that done while they were getting their baths, so that way when they get done, they've got some nice clean sheets to crawl into.
The fall is coming, I can feel it. The breeze brings goosebumps to my skin. Tonight the whiskey feels stronger. Gasoline on hidden.
This bedroom is my 9-year-old Kane's bedroom, as y'all know. This room is my next big project, and I had all intentions of starting that this week, but I've decided to postpone it for a couple more weeks because I got to thinking about our Halloween party, and we're gonna have people over, obviously. So when I do this room, I'm gonna have to take this dresser out, I'm gonna have to take both of these beds, and it's more than likely gonna be sitting in my living room or the classroom until I can figure out what I'm gonna do with it, because I want to get him all new furniture to go in here. So I don't want to have that stuff sitting out in the open for the Halloween party. So I think I'm gonna wait until that's over with and then I'll get started in here. But yeah, I'm itching so bad to get that done. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it come together. But when I change their sheets, I always have spares ready to go. So I'm just gonna wash the dirty ones, and then once they come out of the dryer, I'll put those in their bins, and then we'll have those for next time whenever I need to change them. By the way, this Aldi laundry detergent smells really good. It's called Tandle brand. I think I'm saying that right. But I guess it's the knockoff of Gain. It smells really good, and I honestly can't tell the difference.
Another vice, grab my old lighter. This cigar helps me slow.
So I love these solar lights that I added to my porch this year. They automatically come on once the sun goes down, and they just add such a cozy ambiance to my porch. Sometimes I'll come out here and sit for a while after I get the kids settled. It's just very nice and relaxing. Moving into the living room, I wanted to straighten up the couch pillows. I try to do this every night, but it doesn't always happen. And then I've got a mountain of laundry in my bedroom to sort. And let me tell y'all, the way that I've been doing laundry lately has completely changed the game for me. I talked about this a little bit in my laundry reset routine video that I shared. I had talked about wanting to change up how I do laundry in my house, and I've been trying that out, and so far it's been working really good. The way that it's working is I still do all of the washing and the drying, but when it comes to folding, it's probably my biggest problem with laundry. It's just really hard to stay on top of. It's just something that I dread, and it takes up a lot of time. But I've been sorting it for the kids to fold and put away themselves. So each kid will get their own basket, and I just throw all of their laundry into their own basket. They take it to their bedrooms, and then they are responsible for folding it and putting it away. And then that way I'm just folding and putting away my laundry, and that saves me a lot of time, and that gives them a little bit more responsibility. So now, instead of sitting here spending 30 minutes or more folding laundry, it's only going to take me 5 minutes to get it sorted, and the kids are going to do their own, and I am going to go get my bath and get myself ready for bed.
We got nowhere to be, just a slow dance with the summer heat. The world outside can't wait a few, 'cause right now we got nothing else to do. The sun is peeking through the cotton white blinds, your hands still tangled up in mine. Feet on the wall, your head on me, floating easy nowhere to be. Got nowhere to be. Your hair's a mess, but you don't mind. You just laugh, let it fall where it lies.
Finally, time for my shower. Most times I do take a bath, but tonight I'm just gonna take a shower. Got some of this cinnamon pumpkin pie dove body wash and some cute Halloween jammies I'm gonna put on. I always like to do my skincare after my shower, so while I'm in the shower or the bath, I'll go ahead and wash my face, and then once I get out, I'll put on my skincare, which is usually just some serum and some moisturizer just to make my skin feel soft. And then I also wanted to do my nails tonight, so I've not been wearing press-ons too much. But I did get some of these Kiss nails. They're the acrylic nude ones. I love these, and I cannot find them in the Impress. Impress is what I really prefer because they've already got the sticky on them. You don't have to deal with the glue, and the Impress nails usually last so much longer. I can get them to last 2 weeks, maybe a little more. But the way that I do it is I'll take the nail file that it comes with, and I will sand the bed of my nail really good. I'll go rinse them under some water, dry them, and then I'll put a little bit of the glue. Then instead of using the cuticle tool that it comes with, I just take the nail and I'll push my cuticle back as I'm laying it onto my nail bed. And then if they're too long, I'll just take the nail clippers and trim them. These were just a little bit too long. I'm just gonna trim those and then file them, and yeah, these should last me maybe a week. I might get 2 weeks if I'm lucky.
Oh, it feels like that, like the summer sun on quiet tracks. Oh, it feels like that, like the summer rain that falls so slowly on the naked skin upon your back.
That is pretty much my closing shift and night routine. I'm gonna sit in my bed and color for a little bit. I found this coloring book at TJ Maxx back at the beginning of fall, and it's been a lot of fun. So I'm just gonna color in that for a little bit, watch some TV, and then I'll be going to bed pretty soon. But I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. If you are trying to get through your evening right now, I hope that this video gave you a little bit of a push, some motivation. I also would love it if you guys left a butterfly emoji down in the comments before you go, and I'll see you in the next one.